So this is Major Tom from Dr. George, and he's working on Desert Lady's Blessed Mess. Now you can see why I called it the Blessed Mess. And what we're doing is replacing all 1, 2, 3, there's 4 vents. So replaced all the vents. One of them, we're replacing a regular vent with a maxi, I think it's called maxi vent.
Maxi fan.
Maxi fan. And it's a fan that will either draw air into the trailer or it'll pull air out, so creating an airflow. But this vent here is just gonna be a plain old vent. And right behind it, this big, where's my finger? That big thing right there, that's the air conditioner. And that is what has been causing the major problem, major leakage. And it's been leaking for a very long time. And what Tom found was that the gasket to the air conditioner had actually been put on backwards. So it hadn't sealed. It was actually creating its own problem. And so he was able to pull it off, put a new gasket seal on there, and get it set properly. And he feels that should work out fine. Then if you look past and see that little piece of metal back there was where the original TV antenna had come through the roof. So I don't use it anymore. I actually have a whole different system that I use. And so he said it was also causing problems. So he pulled it off and took some metal, and we're going to seal all around that. And then
this right here is what was causing all the problems with the antenna.
Oh, that's right. The coffee can. Someone got very innovative.
And instead of using the proper sealant to go around it, they put a coffee can over it and then sealed around the coffee can.
And then sealed around the coffee can.
Yep. When all they had to do was just take that sealant and just put it around the antenna, it would have been fine.
It would have been, yeah. All this junky stuff is what's been coming out off from around this vent and around the AC. And I had gone around it with stuff, and then I had gone around it with that expanding foam, and then what I put down was on top of 2 other layers of stuff. Just trying to do what I can, because I was getting
Well, your roof is originally metal. You had a tin roof basically, and so your silicone thing would have worked had he not put the wet rubberized coating over it. Because rubberized
really?
coating, silicone doesn't adhere to rubber. So when you put the rubberized coating on over it, the silicone that got put down didn't adhere to it, so it just kind of floated on it.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, otherwise it was the right concept, because the rubber roofs you have to use Dicor. You have to use a proper sealant for it, which is a lap sealant. But the metal roofs you can use silicone for because it's waterproof and it adheres to metal just fine.
So what you're saying is, there is a metal roof.
Yes, it is a metal roof
on this.
Yeah, it was just. I mean, you can see right in here where the coating peeled up. That's aluminum right there.
Oh.
That's this whole.
So the
this
other
whole thing
stuff is just what was painted on it.
Yeah, this whole thing is one sheet of aluminum. Your roof, going from front to back. But I mean, there's like punctures in it. Like there's a puncture over there somewhere that I can just put a little bit of Dicor on top of, and that'll seal it up.
Yeah.
But I think that's what it was. There were like punctures or something like that in the metal, and so he did the rubberized coating, hoping that would fix it, and it did.
Yeah, and it didn't. Because I thought it was a rubber roof too. We got up here and looked at it.
Yep, no, it's just a rubberized coating.
Looks like you're going to be here after. You're not going to be able to finish it before dark, huh?
Yeah, I should be able to. I've almost got it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've almost got it up. There was just a couple of screws that were still giving me a problem, mainly the back ones, but there's one like right there, I think. Yeah, there's one there. And then there's one down at the corner. But let's see, I pretty well got it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the blade of my putty knife's inside your house right now. So.
I will buy you a whole set of putty knives.
Oh, no, this is...
Because that's what saved the day.
Well, what helped out a lot today was having my multi-tool. I mean, it's not a screwdriver. But that one I think is there. Yeah, okay.
So this is why I was getting quotes of $6,000 and $8,000 to redo the roof. But then they were also saying they need to redo the wood underneath and the whole structure.
Yeah. But there isn't wood underneath. It's all aluminum framed too.
Oh, that's even better, huh?
Yep. Well, I remember I showed you underneath the air conditioner there.
Yeah.
You have an aluminum frame, so that makes. They started doing that to make them lighter, to make them easier to carry on vehicles. But
yeah,
they're still the solid wood frames are still better. They hold up and last longer.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah. They just tend to be stronger. I don't know why. But then of course they And to lighten it, also to lighten it up, they started doing that. The styrofoam. They do
The
styrofoam sandwich between.
insulation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
styrofoam sandwich in between two pieces of paneling. The paneling is only 1/8 inch paneling on either side. So on the outside and on the
Wow.
inside. And then they have about 1.5 inch piece of styrofoam right in the center of it,
Uh
and they
huh.
have them all glued together. But they do that with the floor, the walls, the ceiling, everything. And the problem with it is if you get a leak on one side of it, it delams. The wood will delam from the styrofoam. And like
Yeah.
if it's on the floor, then it feels really soft because all you're doing is walking on styrofoam. You're not actually, the floor is no longer there. The wood separates from the styrofoam, and it just ends up you're walking on styrofoam.
Oh my.
That's why whenever I do a repair on the water damage on the floor, I always pull the stuff up, and then I actually put wood down. Like I put OSB,
Yeah,
like
just
plywood.
fix it.
Yeah, just make it solid again. And then I put in 2x4 or 2x3s to reinforce it. Oh, some of these dogs are going nuts out there.
Yeah, they do that. Yay! Sure looks nasty. I mean, the thing that amazes me is that through all of this, the air conditioner still works.
Yeah.
And it, makes it nice and cool in there.
Yep.
It's great.
Well, the water flowing underneath the air conditioner wasn't affecting it at all because it's just going underneath.
Yeah. Boy, you missed some good pictures today.
Yeah.
guy came in the shop and looking for a new door for his RV. He lives in Tahoe. He had it stored, and a bear decided he wanted to get inside of it. He says, I didn't have any food. I swear I didn't have any food in it. It had been stored there a long time. The bear was just looking for a place to hibernate.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a nice warm place to curl up and take a nap.
But man, just tore it to pieces.
Yeah.
You know, if you'd think you're kind of safe.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, not from a bear. Man, I've seen YouTube videos of a bear tearing apart a car.
I've seen a bear rip a door off a car.
Yeah.
Before.
Man. So he said the trailers are in great shape. You just gotta replace the door. My gosh, it was crazy.
I'm surprised the bear didn't trash the inside of the trailer too.
He said he opened all the cupboards, and the pictures didn't look that bad.
It's kind of funny. He opened up the cupboards.
But yeah.
I don't know. One of Scott's dogs, Han Solo, he'll open up the refrigerator and close it again. He'll open up the refrigerator,
really?
take stuff out of it, and close it again.
And well, at least he closes it.
Yeah. Well, I think he learned that he can get away with it longer if he closes it. Because
nobody knows.
Yeah, because before he would get in trouble right away.
Yeah.
Because he'd leave it open. And people would catch it right away. But if he closes it, then
then they don't catch so fast.
Yep. And then they don't block him away from it. But what he hasn't learned yet is to clean up after himself too. Because he got into the refrigerator in the warehouse there, right behind the retail area. And Billy keeps his food in there a lot. And he got a hold of Billy's strawberries.
Oh
and
no!
Tore into them and left the package laying around places. And some of the strawberries laying around, but yeah, he ate through them. And then, but he closed the refrigerator door behind him.
But he closed the door.
Yep.
That's great.
When we first started staying on the yard, our refrigerator was outside of our unit, and that's how I figured out that he learned how to close it behind himself, because I noticed that there was stuff missing from my refrigerator. I'm like, no, I could have sworn I put that in the refrigerator, and it'd be gone just all of a sudden. And my girlfriend was like, no, I didn't grab it. And I said, okay, well, whatever. And then, this usually occurred right around the times that he would break into my yard. So yeah, he was breaking in the yard and getting into my refrigerator and then closing it behind himself. So that's not to notice, but yeah. So finally, I finally got my yard secure enough to where he can't get in that easily, and my refrigerator is no longer outside anymore; it's inside now. I had the refrigerator that came with the unit no longer worked. It had a pneumonia leak, so I had to pull that one. So once I pulled that one, I just put the one that I had outside in its place.
Yeah.
So now it's just got a regular, like an apartment refrigerator.
That's what I did. I wasn't about to, I was happy with an electric refrigerator.
Yeah.
A small one, little Danby, and it's plenty of room.
Yeah.
the kind that has the freezer, a top freezer, and a bottom
Yeah.
refrigerator.
Yeah, that's like
Works great.
yeah, they call it, what do they call it? They call them like dorm room refrigerators.
Yeah.
They're not very. I mean,
Yes.
they're not very tall or like wide. They're just
Yeah.
but they're not like a normal size. But they're. I mean, there's room in it. I wouldn't say plenty of room because me and my girlfriend and our dogs, so we kind of pack it up pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think it would be good for two people. It works great for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Before I started working at RV Dr. George, the company that I worked with before, I was staying on their old lot before they moved to Taft and El Camino. They used to be right on the corner of El Camino and Grove, and I stayed in a motorhome on that lot because my wife and I had just separated. So I left her the apartment, and I left and I stayed there in my motorhome, which was nice. And the refrigerator, the original refrigerator, and it worked awesome. I loved it, but they had a unit come in, the refrigerator didn't work. So of course, first one they went to was my unit, took my refrigerator. So I luckily I had a smaller one. It was one of those ones that has the freezer inside the refrigerator. You open up the refrigerator door, and there's that little door
With
inside.
yeah.
And that one worked all right. But I mean, for just me, it was fine because it was just me. So I didn't keep a whole lot of stuff. And plus, it's being a single guy. Of course, really all I had in there was condiments. So.
Yeah.